Good morning! This class is focused on creating space in the body, so opening up the front, ready to receive the new, let out all the old stuff, all the stuff you don't need anymore, and just release. Yeah, feel good. It'll be a build up of a flow, so it'll create some heat in the body, and then we'll calm it down at the end. Enjoy! Alright, we'll start in a seated position. So place your hands in your lap and notice the space around you and the sounds. Tune in for a few breaths. So just noticing your breath and how your tummy is expanding and contracting as you inhale and exhale. Expanding as you inhale, creating space for the diaphragm. And contracting back towards the spine, navel to spine as you inhale. Letting all the air out, releasing the air to create space for the new inhale. So the theme we're going to address today is creating space, making room for the new, releasing the old. Just check in with your spine for me here. So that's just with your mind, run down to the bottom of the sacrum where your tailbone is. And slowly make your way along the back, all the way up to the crown, scanning. See if you can make it longer, being pulled up by a string from the crown of your head. Shoulders down, relaxed. All right, let's place our hands on our mats and come into all fours. So we'll start giving the spine a bit of movement to warm it up. So we'll do a cat and cow. So inhaling, bring your chest forward between your arms. And as you exhale, tuck the chin down. Roll the spine up to the ceiling. And then give it a bit of side movement. So roll the hips maybe to the left as you pull your chest forward to the left. And rolling back, spine pulls up. And tucking your right side, opening up the left side of the spine more. So this time pull your right hip to the right, chest comes towards the right and the front as you inhale. And exhale, pulling the left side together as your spine rolls up, opening the right side. And then just find a fluid movement of your own here. Coming down, bringing the chest forward, inhaling. And then exhaling, rolling the spine. Side to side. Inhale. And exhale. Just checking in with your fingers, making sure your weight is distributed evenly amongst your hand. So pressing into the knuckle area as well as the thumb and the wrist. Let's tuck your toes and come into our first downward dog. So hips come to sky. We're still warming up here, so nice and gentle, bend knees. Lengthening the spine, pulling your hips away from your shoulders. Creating space there. And relaxing your head between your arms. Maybe give it a little yes, no. Side to side, nod. Now let's bring our knees down to the floor, about an inch away from the floor. Hold it. And press back up into downward dog. We'll do that one more time, coming down forward,
pulling your upper body weight over the top of your hands. Bending the knees stop about an inch away from the floor. And then pressing back up to downward dog. Creating some heat in the body here. Let's lift the right leg up to the ceiling. Awesome. And then bring that right foot all the way through and tuck the knee towards the right tricep. Squeeze it in and back to three-legged dog. Bringing your upper body weight above your hands. Squeeze the right leg forward and then place it on the outside edge of your right hand. Wide lunge. Come down onto the back knee and then walking our hands forward and bringing our hips down. Lengthening in the spine here. Nice big stretch in the hips here. Creating space. Making your spine nice and long so you're not slouching down. Really push for your posture here. Then place your hands again underneath your shoulders. And we'll tuck the back toes. And slide your right foot all the way back into three-legged dog, up to the sky. Bending the right knee, let's tuck the foot towards the bum. Opening up the hips here for me. And then coming forwards again into plank, pulling the right knee nice and close and placing it in between the hands this time. Beautiful. Lengthening the spine, so lifting up a little bit in the chest, maybe on your fingertips. Then we're going to rise up to our lunge, so lifting the hands up to the sky and dropping the hips down. Bending that front knee nice and deep. Slight back bend here. Let's tuck the thumbs onto each other. Open spread fingers, leaning back, squeezing the bum, maybe gazing up to the sky as well. Circling the hands all the way back down to the floor. Let's turn our foot to the side of the mat, both feet pointing to the side of the mat. And we'll sit down a little bit lower into that front leg. Come down. And then try pointing the toes up of the straightened leg. So your left leg's pointing the toes up. And you're coming as low as you can with the hips here. You can sit up on the ball of the toe of your right foot. Or a flat foot. See how low you can go. Maybe support yourself from behind. Beautiful opening in that left leg. Now press up into that right leg, standing in wide-legged position. Hands come to the top, reaching up. Gaze comes to the ceiling as well. Squeeze your butt, slight back bend again. And come back down to the left side. So sit a little bit lower, bending the left knee, pointing the right toes up. Press up into the left foot. Frame your left foot with your hands, so you're facing the back of your mat now. And step that left foot back into downward dog. Walk your dog for me. One heel at a time, touches the floor. Or reaches for the floor. All right, let's bring that left leg up to the sky. Three-legged dog. Pulling your hips away from your shoulders, create space in the spine. Bring that left knee now forwards. So we're planking. Left knee tucks in towards the left tricep. And three-legged dog, press it back. Open up the hip here for me. Bending that left knee, tucking the heel towards the bum. Really feel that left side opening. And come back to plank. So shift your weight forward. Left foot squeezes in. Left knee squeezes up. And place the foot gently on the outside of your left hand. Awesome. Let's bring the chest forward. You can drop the back knee and then walking your hands forward to lengthen the spine and go deeper into those hips. Nice breath here. You can shift side to side in the hips, find where it feels good. Just listen to your body. Maybe come back if it's a bit too much today. And reach a little further if you want an extra spice. All right, bringing your hands back underneath your shoulders. Pressing into the hands, lifting the back leg, the knee off the floor, and then pull that left leg back into three-legged dog. Beautiful. Point and flex the toe in the air. And then slide that foot all the way through and forward and step it in between the hands this time. Lifting the chest up on your fingertips. Lengthening the spine, dropping your hips a little lower. Maybe gaze ahead and give me a little smile. And then lifting up with your hands to the sky. And your hips drop, bending that front knee. Crescent lunge. Hook your thumbs together, making your butterfly, and then let's lean back slightly, squeezing that right butt cheek, and maybe turning the gaze up. Hands circle down to the floor. And we turn our toes to the side of the mat, sinking our hips down as low as we can here. Turning the right toes up to the ceiling. Really opening the back of that leg, the right leg. Press into that left foot, standing in wide-legged stance. Hands come to sky. And slight back bend here too, squeezing the bum, opening the front of the body. And coming back down to the right side. Pointing the left toes to the sky. And then pressing up into the right leg a little bit and then twist over towards your right, so you're back to the front of your mat in a low lunge. Awesome. Press into both hands as you lift the right leg off the floor into downward dog. Walk your dog for me. One heel at a time. Bending the opposite leg. Checking with the weight in your hands. Make sure it's distributed evenly. Right, and then we'll build on that. So let's lift the right leg again to the ceiling. And we'll come into plank. Tuck in the right knee towards the right tricep. And press back, three-legged dog. Beautiful. And then coming forward again. Shifting to plank. Tuck your right knee in. And place it on the outside of your hands. You can drop that left knee down, or this time maybe let's keep it up. Reach that right hand forward. Left hand follows. Lengthening the spine by bringing the chest forward, breathing in. Maybe press into the back toes. And drop your hips a little lower. Really feel the juice here. Whee! Yeah. All right, and then bring your hands under your shoulders. Pressing into the hands evenly as you pull that right foot back into the three-legged dog. Opening up the hip this time, bending the heel towards the left butt cheek. Maybe come all the way over into wild thing for me, Sue. Dropping the right foot down and letting the right hand lift off the floor. Pressing the hips up to the sky. Opening up side of the body, in the front of the heart. To come back, find your gaze to where your hand was. Bring the hand back and the lower body follows. Walk your dog out for me. And then let's slide that right foot forward in between the hands, place it on the floor, and come up to crescent lunge. Find your butterfly, tap your right thumb on top, reach back, gaze comes to the ceiling, bending deep into that right front leg. Hands come down as we turn our toes to the side of the mat. Drop your hips lower and lower, as far as you can here. Turn the left toes up to the ceiling, open the back of that leg. Feel the length. Maybe a nice micro bend in this knee just to not overextend here. And then press into the hand, find your wide-legged stance. Take up space like a star this time. Hands to the ceiling. And coming back down, hands to heart center. See how low you can go without support maybe, or your hands are on the floor. Coming down, turning your right toes up to the ceiling. And then using your hands, press left onto the left foot again. And we're turning to the back of your mat. So toes turn, framing the left foot with your hands. Drop your hips down, do a low lunge. And this time we're going to step forward with our right foot and come into a halfway fold. And straighten your arms behind you, clasp the hands together. Your head still down, bending the knees. See if you can squeeze the palms together and then squeeze them up towards the ceiling, lengthening the arms. Opening up the shoulders here. Release the hands back down to the floor, rolling up with your spine all the way to mountain pose, standing. Hands come to the ceiling and hands come to heart center. And we sit back into chair pose. So you either have your feet together and knees together, or you can still have them hip width apart. That's up to you. So you're here or here, squeezing them together or keeping this distance even along the legs. And then sit back, see if you can see your toes. So sit your hips back, knees come back a little, lengthening your spine. You're like, come on, I've been here forever. And then sit back a little bit lower, come onto the toes, the balls of the feet, and sit all the way down, your hips to heels. And then swing your hands back to the back of the room and come up, still on your balls of your feet and toes, into the halfway fold, straightening the legs, hips come to sky. Find the balance. And place the heels back down, coming up to standing, hands to the sky, palms to heart center. Let's lift our left leg up, so tree pose. Finding the balance in the right leg. Maybe placing the foot on the side of your leg under the knee or onto your thigh above the knee. Might turn so you can see. Find a drishti, something to gaze at ahead of you. Maybe let your branches come out wide. Sway them side to side. Test that strength in the standing leg. Little micro bend, engage the legs, muscles. And then while you're here, Let's release the left foot, bring the knee up to the chest. And reach your hand to the right, to the left shin, your right hand to left shin. And then twist that left hand open to the back. Coming back to center, hands come to the sky. And we'll tilt forward. So your upper body comes forward, left foot kicks back slowly, and then we really gently find the back of the mat with our left foot into crescent lunge. Butterfly, left thumbs on top, and then leaning back. Gaze comes to the sky, sit a little lower in those hips, bending the right knee. And hands come all the way down, framing the right foot steps back, and walk your dog for me. Woo! Well done. Good job. And the other side, eh? Lifting that left leg for me. Get it started. Shifting your weight over the top of your hands. Squeezing the left knee to your left tricep. And press back, three-legged dog. Foot to sky, flex. And point the toes. Let's open up the hips. So you're bending the knee. Left foot touches the right butt cheek almost. Maybe opening up all the way, so let that left foot drop all the way down to wild thing. Lifting the left hand off the floor, pushing your hips to the sky, opening up your heart. And coming back, turn your gaze to where your hand was. Left hand comes to the floor. And squeezing forwards into plank, left foot places on the outside of the left hand. Shift side to side here. Won't go too deep again. Let's shuffle that left foot into the center of the hands. Coming up into lunge. Hands come to sky. And hip drops down. Find your butterfly, right hand on top. Leaning back. Beautiful. And then turn your toes out to the side of the mat, coming down low into the left side. Maybe turn the right toes up to the sky. And then shifting, pressing into that left foot. Come into star, hands wide, leaning back slightly. And shifting into your right leg, bending the right knee deeply, shifting the left toes up to the sky. Press up into that right foot. Turn your hands and frame the right foot for me into a lunge. Bringing the hips nice and low. And then we'll step that left foot forward into a halfway fold. We'll swing our hands to the back of the mat. Clasp your hands together. Pressing the hands towards the ceiling and squeezing your palms together as well. Maybe letting them drop to the front, towards your head, opening up the shoulders. All right, release your hands, halfway fold. Rolling up the spine, one vertebrae at a time, to standing mountain pose. Hands come to the sky, breathing in. And breathing out as we sit back into a chair pose. So you can have your hands at heart center or out straight. Checking in if you can see your toes. Squeeze those legs, sit the hips back a little bit lower. Nice long spine. Now come on the balls of your feet and sit your hips all the way down towards the heels. Swing your hands back and then lifting your hips up to halfway fold on your toes. Find the balance, trust yourself. And placing the heels down, coming all the way up to standing. Hands at palm, heart center, palms together. Beautiful. Coming all the way down, halfway fold. Let's step both feet back and find our child's pose. So wide legs, toes together, sitting back and letting the head rest either on your stacked hands or on the floor. Coming back up into all fours. Just realised we forgot to do the tree. So let's find our down dog. Swing our right foot forward in between the hands. Let the left foot follow. Coming up all the way to standing. And then we're going to lift our right foot this time. So our left foot is the standing leg. Right foot lifts. Find somewhere to gaze at for me. And then placing that right foot either just above your ankle or above your knee on the right thigh, left thigh. Squeezing those legs together. So squeeze that foot into the leg and the leg into the foot. Open up your branches. Have a little boogie. Okay, release that right foot, keep it up, knee to chest. Left hand grabs onto the right shin and turning your right hand back towards the room. Maybe turn your gaze as well to your side. Test the balance. Find somewhere to look at that's steady. Remember to breathe. Come back to center. Release the foot. We're going to lean forward. So you're here. Kicking the right foot back slowly. Leaning forward. Reaching the hands forwards and then slowly place that foot to the back of the mat into a crescent lunge. Tuck your thumbs together. Gaze comes to the ceiling. Opening up the front of the body. And then the fingertips rain down all the way. Frame that left foot again for me. Back into a three-legged dog. And then walk your dog for me, both feet on the floor. Take a breath, find stillness. Then gazing forward, bending the knees, either walking your feet towards the hands or do a little hover to the front of your mat. Wide legs, so your feet are just off the mat on the outside of your hands. And then bending down into yogi squat. So let's drop our hips all the way down as far as you can here. Use your hands for support. Shifting side to side. Ooh. Find what feels good. Maybe you can take your hands off the floor, place the palms together. And using your elbows to squeeze them, to push the knees apart further. Checking in with your arches of your feet, are they lifting? And then reach your hands forward and sit back or bring your hands behind you for support. And we'll come all the way onto our backs. So place your hands beside you. Bring your knees wide still on the mat and just tuck your knees in together to the center. And take a moment. You've got a lot of juices flowing, you've got the blood going, your heat in the body is risen. Now it's time to calm it, let it settle. Let's walk our feet back into the center of the mat. So your hips are about hip width apart. And then bring your right foot up towards the sky. Point and flex the toes. Maybe do little circles, side to side. And then turn the sole of your foot towards the left. So it's pointing towards the bent knee. Your leg is still straight, and then let it fall over towards the left side, as if you're trying to step your foot onto the wall on the side. Now this might be quite intense for runners with the IT band along the side of your leg. Just see where you're at. Maybe use a hand for support. Lift that foot back up to the ceiling. Bend that right knee, and then let's tuck the right ankle on that left knee. We'll pull the left knee in towards the chest. So supine pigeon pose. Wrap your hands either behind that left knee or grab the left shin. Just checking that your hips aren't tilting side to side too much here, keeping the spine nice and straight and long. The area of focus is the right back hip and glutes here. Feel the tension there releasing with your exhales. Inhale. Bring the air into that space, and then exhale, release it. Right, release your hands, grip. Place both feet on the floor, and we'll rise up the left foot to the sky, pointing and flexing the toes. Maybe little circles in the ankle, one way then the other. And then again, turn that foot so the sole of the foot is trying to reach and step onto the wall on your right side. And then tilt the leg across the body just to where it still feels comfortable. Feel a little tension there. And bringing it back. Feet come to the floor. We'll bring the left foot up again and turn the foot, bend the knee, and supine pigeon. So your left ankle is on your right knee. Wrap your hands behind the right leg, or on the right shin. Pulling the right knee towards your chest. Opening up the left side now. Feel those left glutes releasing. Alright, release both feet on the floor. And just turning your palms up to the sky. Just one hand at a time. I'll get you to reach your right hand over to the left shoulder. And then just place it back down. And then the left hand over to the right shoulder and place it back down. It just opens up the back of your shoulders naturally, creating space there. And then let's push our feet out wide, wider than the mat, taking up lots of space today as we settle into our Shavasana. Maybe you want to take one last little hug, knees to the chest, legs out wide. When you're in Shavasana, maybe lick your lips, wriggle your fingers, shake out any extra energy. Maybe do a big sigh. You can join me. So exhale your breath and inhale. And a big sigh out. Ah, nice and vocal. Engaging our vocal cords really gets us to calm down and engages our vagus nerve. So singing makes us feel good. Just noticing your breath here. As your tummy rises and falls with every inhale and exhale. You can stay here as long as you like, but if you've got places to be, reaching the hands up all the way to the top of the mat, big stretch, like when you're a kid and you wake up. Oh. Bringing the knees to your chest. We'll do a few rocks up to the seated position, or you can turn to your side and come up that way. Roll your shoulders back and down your spine. Find a comfortable seat. And just do another scan of your spine for me like we did in the beginning. So from the bottom of the tailbone, just visualizing and scanning up slowly to the top of your crown of your head. Lengthening the spine. Placing your palms together, maybe rubbing them, create heat. And just place them over your eyes for a moment. Palms together to heart center. And namaste. Thank you for practicing today.